Grand Sport is the Corvette people have been waiting for. I get in one of these cars, suddenly I'm smiling ear to ear.
Grand Sport, in many ways, it's kind of an ultimate Corvette. That, to me, is just this very multi-dimensional American supercar.
With it being the 250th anniversary of the U.S., it seemed appropriate that we harken back to some of our own heritage. First small block was born in 1955, made for the Corvette, and we're obviously determined to make this next generation the absolute best one yet.
Grand Sport really mixes functionality and emotional attachment to the previous Grand Sports. It's a very storied name in motorsports. So for this Grand Sport, because the engine moved towards the rear, so did the hash marks. They really kind of highlight that shape of those powerful rear haunches.
I think that's the strength of the legacy of those hash marks. It honors the heritage of Grand Sport while modernizing and bringing it into a whole new realm for Corvette. Everything was done with performance in mind. The aspects that had to be carried through for this iteration of Grand Sport is its DNA. It's race-bred precision, its agility, and its balance.
But from the beginning of the 8th generation of Corvette, we've treated the engine as a jewel in a setting, engine being the jewel, and the car being the setting. And in Grand Sport, there's a new jewel, which is the LS6 motor.
When we started developing the LS6, of course, the first thing that we came to was the large displacement. Each torque pulse of the 409 cubic inches does hit like a jackhammer. We want to make sure it's got performance you can feel and you can hear. 535 horsepower, 520 foot-pounds of torque. It's the most powerful standard engine ever offered in a Corvette.
The integration the team has done with the chassis, too, to exploit that torque. I mean, that's why we did mid-engine Corvettes, if you think about it. We've always had big power, but to be able to put it down in these cars now is absolutely amazing.
This isn't just the return of the Grand Sport model, it's the final piece for the 8th generation of Corvette.
This wheel design is specific to Grand Sport. It is inspired by the dual 5-spoke design of the original 1963 Grand Sport. It's quite simple and, even elegant, if you will, but very, very purposeful. Badging on Grand Sport is as bold as the car itself and kind of creates horizontal hash marks. It ties the whole design together. Dual elements of hash marks and the dual elements of these lights is just such a great view. Everything kind of terminates towards the rear. It's all in the center, like a mid-engine car is supposed to be. The center exhaust is a pretty important design feature of a Corvette. 4 pipes close together, kind of look like they almost provide thrust to the car. It's been such a Corvette marquee that it just needs to be on this car.
Sport X brings electrification performance and driving dynamics for an all-wheel drive sports car experience like none other, especially with the all-new 6th generation small block LS6 engine. It's just amazing. The Grand Sport X takes that LS6 and adds 186 horsepower to the front axle to combine for a total of 721 horsepower. It's a car that's got everything. All-wheel drive, handling dynamics, massive power output, incredible straight-line traction for awesome acceleration that's frankly indescribable and almost unbelievable until you experience it for yourself. Being behind the wheel of a Grand Sport X, especially if you are in a position to use the car the way it was designed, all your cares are gone and your sole focus is on the experience and in the moment. It's why people buy Corvettes. It makes you feel like you can do anything, you can carve any canyon, you can take on any road. And Grand Sport is this ultimate sweet spot in the lineup of Corvette.
you.